So, Punch Out Boxing here, delighted to be speaking to Sunny Showtime Edwards here at the weigh-in for ajdubois. Well, I know you don't like talking about heavyweights, so we'll stick to your fighter, Davis. Ishmael, well, what a meteoric rise. Tell us how the fight come about at such short notice.
So a week ago today, on the Friday, we got a call. We said, told that Beefy's out. Would we be interested? And asked the Ish straight away. I said, keep between us, but would you be interested? He said yes. We registered his interest. Saturday came and went, nothing. So by Sunday, I thought, it's off the table. But Sunday, about 7:30 in the morning, my phone's going off. The whole of riyadhseason, matchroom, the Sowlands, everyone was waiting on Ish. Does he want to take the fight? Said yes straight away. By midday, we had it all tied up. We was all packing our suitcases, like fucking rushing around like blue ass flies. And then, by Monday we was here. And we've been here since, ready to go.
We know for your own career, you've never been one to look for easy way out. Do you expect the same thing from the fighters you're managing?
I mean, I want what they want. If they're honest with me about who they truly think they are and what they really want, then it's easy for me to carry that same energy and navigate it. Ish is, in a stage where physically, in my mind, he's prepared and ready and more than able to be in the ring with anyone in his weight and probably the weight above. Now, whether that says he comes out as the winner in every single one of those fights, waits to be seen. What I'm saying, physically, he's more than tough enough. He's got more than enough heart. He's more than conditioned enough to get in there, and he's got the ability, and he's got the strength, and he's got the power. So, look, the team behind Ish and everyone that's ever been in the gym with him and sparred him has a lot of belief in him, a hell of a lot of belief in him. So, for us, it was a no-brainer. For him, it was a no-brainer. We're excited to be part of such a big event. He's feeling like his life's changing through boxing, which it really has. So, yeah, man, we're riding a wave right now. We've got a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence, a lot of belief, and I don't know. I think we're bang up for it. So we hope Josh is.
Is it that physicality of Ishmael that you think will be significant? Because we know obviously Josh has got that good Olympic background, the amateur pedigree.
Yeah, and technically Josh is one of the best. He always has been. But unfortunately for me, for what Josh does a lot, it makes tremendous highlights. But there's often too much gaps, there's too much work. It works at a much lower level than he should be operating at. But like I said, Ish is very tough. Ish knows Josh all too well. He spent his whole life in boxing, looking at Josh Kelly with the Olympics around a similar sort of way, with the pros, one of the main pushed fighters on the build-up. But look, he hasn't fulfilled the potential that maybe he should have, and he's on that track still right now to do it. I remember his trainer, Adam Booth, clear as day, saying he was the most talented fighter and the best fighter in Britain, and we've not yet to see it. The one fight he's had against Avanesian, who every time he's gone to world level has lost, he beat Josh Kelly absolutely conclusively, and it was his physicality that did it. And now Ish gets used as Avanesian's sparring partner for his last fight and does all the rounds, doesn't get blowed out, not one bit. If anything, it's a back and forth, pushing him back, him pushing him back. So, like I said, we're very, very confident. Very, very confident.
Do you think Ishmael will stop Josh when he gasses out, maybe?
Yeah, but maybe not physically gas. It's more about mentally making Josh work. If Josh can't get his comfortable rhythm, after a few rounds, he looks for a way out, in my opinion.
Okay, that's a criticism that's been weighed at him throughout his career. Gotta say for yourself, actually, before we go on to you, now Ishmael's at that level. After this fight, you looking just championship level? You're going to maybe target the winner of Gilly and Louis Green after that?
Yeah, well, he's mandatory through the British, and that has been our main aim for the last, since the Troy fight, really. But, they took ages getting the fight done, and they've got a date now, I think. But we're in the business of Ish. We won't wait, we won't stall. He had his first title fight ready for the 26th or whatever of October, but that fight fell through because of this one. Well, this was a much bigger opportunity, so this is the way we went. Gutted in this aspect for Beefy for missing out on the fight, and also Lima for missing out on the fight, but unfortunately sometimes the business calls, and that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a hot division, so plenty of opportunities for him. Now on to you. Congratulations on that big fight with YAFAI. Do you think he struggled to make the transition to the pro game because he started so late?
Who are we talking about?
YAFAI, your next opponent.
Sorry, I was making sure it wasn't Josh Kelly because then it should be on next, so that's I kind of zoned out a little bit. But yeah, no, I think he's a fantastic fighter, but he's still sticking to the same identity that made him a good amateur. But he always had the pro style for the amateurs. It weren't like he was best in WSB really. He was very good in that the 5 rounds. So 12 rounds. Has he got enough experience? But after about 7 or 8, 10 rounders, I was in at world title level against someone that hadn't been beaten 13 years, had 41 fights, won 39 of them, 26 knockouts, Ring Magazine #1 for the last like 3-4 years. Hadn't lost since a cut against Nonito Donaire like 13 years previous. So now that was a step up. He's fighting so many boxers in the amateurs that lost pretty much their last fight. So
Do you think that it's actually detrimental, these fighters staying in the amateurs for so long just to get that medal, and then they struggle to then sort of transition to the pros?
it's case by case basis, but I think for Galal, we've seen him go get a gold medal, put a lot of years into 2 Olympic cycles. Then when he turned pro, he got a good contract. But what happens with a good contract? Hard fights quicker, and that's what I am now. The first hard fight.
He's never fought anyone like you. Most of his fights have been like Mexican come forward fighters.
Yeah, and the one that was moving a bit nearly beat him in his second or third fight. The one that was moving and going low and hitting him with single and moving, Mexico nearly beat him.
So, I mean, you did flirt with the idea of moving down to light flyweight. Is that a possibility still, or are you going to pursue this WBC interim route at flyweight?
I'll do whatever the promoter wants, to be honest. It's not that I don't care, but the more input of mine I put in and take away the input from the fans and the promoter, the more really I'm just trying to make it easy for myself, let's be real. When I start picking names out of a hat or being selective in my opponents, I'll fight anyone that's deemed appropriate. I don't care. I'm the #1 in the world at flyweight. I believe I'm the best fighter in the world at flyweight. So whoever Eddie Hearn, the best promoter in the world, as he calls himself, and many other call him, whoever he should want should be who I want, because that's who the fans should want. So yeah, man, big fights only, real fighters only, real fighters only. I don't want nothing easy. Trust me, if I got in the ring of 20 people that I was much better than, I'm absolutely looking like a fucking animal, like some of these other prospects do at low level. But I never had that. Even when I was a prospect, I never had that. I was always heavier opponents, hard ones that don't get stopped. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, it's about actually having a fight rather than just winning and being crowned the champion. If I don't have a proper fight, I don't win nothing of it.
Talking of prospects, just going to ask you about a couple of boys. My boy Hamza Uddin, he's making waves at flyweight, and I believe a kid who's at the same gym as you, Michael Ahmed. I believe him and Hamza, they fought in their last amateur fight. You had a look at them. Do you think they're threats for the future?
I've sparred Mikhail. Obviously, he's at Steel City. They're at the beginning of their careers, I'll be real. They're younger, a lot younger as well. Hamza Uddin is getting checks written by his manager that it's waiting to be seen if he can cash them. And I hope that he does build a good career. I hope he does become a mainstay name in the division, so I've got another dancing partner, I'll be real. But yeah, Sam Jones knows I've been giving him headlocks and body shots, and I'm just holding off being nice at the moment. But I was very, very offended when he said he's the best flyweight in the world, or the best flyweight he'd ever seen, because I know he's seen me, because he runs around with a sunnyedwards flag all the time trying to be my best mate. So, but yeah, I hope that their careers work out. I think he'll be on my undercard. So yeah, let's see if he builds his way up. Let's see if he passes the checks. I mean, one thing I will say though is, one thing I'm a bit disappointed, and I've got no negative emotion towards him, because I've heard he's a very nice kid, very good fighter, but he was offered one of my fighters that I managed, Brandon Dayont, to fight him on my undercard for the English title, and they turned it down. So I'm a bit annoyed about that, because when you're saying you're the best in the world but you won't fight the English champion, and instead of fighting him, they're fighting the kid that he just beat easily in his last fight to win the English title. So in Ben Norman, someone I beat in the amateurs. So I don't know, they say that they're the best and they're the most scary and watch out coming through, but then they won't even fight the English champion. So I don't know what to think. So Sam Jones obviously doesn't think he can beat the English champion, so I don't know how far he'll go.
Oh, interesting. Well, I guess as you said, it's early days. Let's see how it plays out.
But generally, all the best to him, because what we need is fighters, especially at my weight, we need fighters that people know about. And for people to be asking me about it means people know about him. So that's good. He's doing good things, doing right things, and he's got good support, a good family behind him. So yeah, man, all the best. But we don't talk feelings when we talk boxing.
All right, I'll leave it there because I think your boy might be coming out for a weigh-in soon. But yeah, I concur with you. Let's give some short kings love. Sonny, always a pleasure. Yeah, we'll see you in November.
Because heightism is real, deep it. We can't change it.
First, we will welcome